First of all, before you can work out the area of trapeziums, you need to know what a trapezium is. A trapezium is a triangle with the top chopped off. So that bit is a trapezium. Looks like that. That bit is the trapezium. You could have a triangle like this, chop, and that bit is a trapezium. A triangle on its side, you can have a triangle on its side like this, chop the top off the triangle, that bit there is a trapezium. Now one thing you'll notice about trapeziums is that they have two lines that are parallel. So this one is parallel with this one, it's got one pair of parallel lines, same here, one pair of parallel lines, and this one as well, this way. Because remember, I tilted the triangle on its side and chopped the top off. So this is still a trapezium, counts as a trapezium. That side is parallel to that side. So a trapezium has one pair of parallel lines. Now how do I work out area of a trapezium? There is a formula for this. So people who are used to substituting numbers into formulas would be used to this. What I will do, before I start using this formula, I'll teach you one way of working out area of a trapezium without having to substitute numbers into this formula. So here's an example. If you recognize that this is a trapezium, this is what you need to do. First of all, add up the two parallel sides. That's the first thing you do. 3 add 5 is 8. Then what you do to the 8 is that you half it. A good way to remember that is, if you remember that I chopped the top off of a triangle to get trapezium, so you can just half it. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So that's the second step. So what do I do now with this number and this number that I haven't used yet? 4 times is the vertical height. 4 times 10. Right, that's how you work at the area of a trapezium. Add the two parallel sides, then divide by 2, half it, and then times that with the vertical height. Now sometimes they'll give you other numbers, like for example this one here. Right, the slanted height, that's okay, there could be a number for this one as well. You don't need to use that to work at the area of a trapezium. You just need the vertical height. Right, the height that's straight up, okay? That the height that makes right angles with the parallel sides, alright? So it can't be that way, it can't be like that. It's the vertical height, which is 10. Right, that's one way of working at the area of a trapezium. Now just before I carry on, they might give you a trapezium like this on its side. Okay, here are the parallel sides. So you could have numbers here, for example 5 and 3, and the vertical height, okay, it looks like horizontal now. Vertical height is 10 centimeters, but if you tilt it this way, look, it is the vertical height, the 10. Right, that there is the same as that. It's the same calculation. You add the two parallel sides, you half it, and then times it by the vertical height. Now using the formula, I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use the formula to work out this one. So you got half. Right, here's the formula. I'm going to use the formula to work out this one. I'll write the formula down first. Half is half. A and B are the two parallel sides. 3 plus 5 or 5 plus 3 is up to you, however you want to do it. 3 plus 5 or 5 plus 3, and H, well, H stands for height, doesn't it? I'll call it the gap. All right, so the H is actually the gap between the two parallel sides, which is 10. All you're going to do now is half times 8, half of 8, which is 4. 4 times 10, 40. Same answer. Right, for this one, same thing. Just remember that this is tilted to its side. A and B are the two parallel sides, and H is the gap between the two parallel sides, and you get the same answer.